Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Always do your best, but don't overdo. When you overdo, you deplete your body and you go against yourself, and it will take longer to accomplish your goal. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 49, NASDAQ off 2, S&P's off, 3.5 actually. Gold contract down $17, trading at $1,664 an ounce. Silver off 77 cents at $31.40 an ounce. Platinum down 7 at $1,679 an ounce. Copper down 2 pennies at $3.73 a pound. Light sweet crude off 43 cents at $97.51 a barrel. Bonds up 13 ticks, trading out at 143.15. King dollar down 91 ticks at 79.23. Euro up 13 at 135.80, and the yen continues to get weaker, up 44, trading out at 91.52. Pretty amazing what that yen is doing. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. Okay, so this is about as subtle as you can get, folks. This is a trip, no doubt. So, we've been going up forever. Sideways move, slightly down today, but you know what we did have? We did an expansion in volume, okay? And this is where the subtlety comes into it. So we're hitting highs at 700 million, 682. We come down slightly off those, 769. We go over to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow is this. Same setup, down 49 bucks, expansion of volume after getting up there. We'll see what type of expansion of volume we get tomorrow. I suspect you're going to get a little follow-through here. And the key is going to be, folks, no doubt, is there expansion of volume or isn't there? NASDAQ Composite. Now, Composite, different ball game. Composite hasn't been able to get out of its way. Composite's straight sideways move out here. We did another expansion of volume, however, 2.15 billion, down slightly. NDX 100. Now let's do the SPY and the Qs. So the SPY, what do we do with the SPY? SPY down 37 cents, not the end of the world. We did 104 million shares. That's going to need a lot more share than that to basically get to lower price. The September 24th, that's your benchmark out here, folks. Because when we took out September 24th, that price there is 148.11. And right now we are at 149.70. We had got over that price, had no volume. Once you get back inside that price, what does it confirm? False break topside. You go right down to the other bottom of that whole expansion contraction, which would be 134. Qs, the 3 Qs. Now, the NDX 100, folks, today is a full month that it hasn't been able to get over. We have 21 trading days in a month. That's the average in a month, by the way. It hasn't been able to get over the 67.23 and stay over that level. And each and every day, it makes the run for it. Today, you got to 67.35. Each and every day, volume dies in the vine. And what that says is this. That says distribution is happening at that level in an extraordinary way because everyone's sitting back saying, listen, the market hasn't moved, and it hasn't. No two ways about that. That's pure distribution, and it's been going on in the NDX 100 for a month. When we get back into markdown, get out of the way because the longer that you stay in distribution, by the way, the more vicious the markdown period is. Now, inside that context, inside the NDX 100, we're going to go right over to Amazon first because we're talking about Amazon and Priceline. Why? Because both of those had broken topside, and they had given it back the next day. Now, what Amazon had done, this is about as deviant as you can get. Amazon, last Friday, went from a price point of $274 to $284. Then, Monday, gives it all back. Right before it's coming out with its earnings, Tuesday, stock goes all the way down to $258. Comes out with its earnings, stock explodes up to $284. What do we have today? Back in the lower range again. It went from $284 yesterday and today down to $263. We're at $265. Close. Now what you're going to have, she's going to make her way down to this 242. More than likely, you're going to see it make a way down to 228. That's Amazon. Priceline, PCLN, same deal. Both of these equities, folks, had nice break topside, couldn't hold it. What Priceline did was this. Priceline, same time that Amazon had gone, went from a price point of 681 to 719 and just gave it back. Each and every day, hit a high out there the following day at 721, and now it's come down 40 points, well, more than 40, 21, 31, 40, yeah, 41 points off that high. The key to understand inside of that is this, is that when there are turns in the marketplace, most of the time, at the very end, before the turn comes, you get a fast spike in prices and then a very fast give up. Gold market. Let's go over to the gold market. What we're dealing with gold is this. Gold, you know, we've had a disconnect with gold inside meaning the miners, silver and gold miners versus the S&P. Since last November, when we had the downdraft in all the markets in November, the S&P took off, Dow took off, NASDAQ took off topside. Metals continued lower. That's the first disconnect. Second disconnect was actually just even the last few days. What you had in the last few days, last couple of weeks actually, is that you had the dollar pulling back to the bottom of its range. Gold still couldn't get to higher price. So what do we have? Well, what we have is this. Right now we're at 1664 in this contract, and we've rolled to a new contract. We still have a high volume low that's hanging out there at 1627 on this contract. We're going to go after that. And how we go after that's crucial. You know, are we going to basically do a much larger ABC structure on the way down? We'll see when it goes after it. What I expect you're going to see is that, you know, we're coming into Friday again tomorrow. We very well can go after that baby tomorrow. And Fridays are always dangerous inside the metal markets. When we take a look at the XAU, what you have at the XAU, we were down to $1.27 today. Now, I like how the XAU and the HUI traded today, and this is what it is. See, the closer, we've had a last plunge down. Well, we'll find out it was a last plunge down, but we had the plunge down last week on the XAU, the HUI. It's coming into the swing points from May and July of last year. And most of the time, if you're going to get a real turn in the marketplace, and gold and silver equities love doing this, you get a fast price destruction, and you want to see that price destruction before you get to the swing point. And that's what we have thus far. So let it get down to that swing point first, folks, okay? But the bottom line, that's what we have thus far. The XAU, we're trading at 149. That bottom there is 140.94. The HUI, the Gold Bugs Index, we pull that baby around, and what you're going to see in the Gold Bugs Index is this. Gold Bugs Index, we're at 393. That was down $4.50 today, and this is. And what you're seeing in that swing point, you're dealing with 374, which is about $20 more, and then we're dealing with 385. The 385 is the July one. But bottom line, it's going to get interesting how we come into those swings. Bond market. We go over to the bond market. We take a look at bonds. Now, what we had done yesterday in bonds is this. Bonds came down with monster volume. We did 600 and, I believe, let me get the exact number here. It's a big number. Okay, so yesterday we got down under the swing point. We did 631,000 contracts. Let me just see if we've retested that this morning, because it rejected the price, but you do want to see, I'd like to see a retest on this low. The reason being is that what we did do is that we had broken the swing point of 143.08. That was the September 4th swing point. Bottom line is that today did 442,000 contracts. That's a good start, and you are inside the range. I'd rather this baby get tested the bottom, because then that thing would be done. But bottom line, it is inside the 143.08, and that's all it has to do to build some cause in order to get to higher price. Our phone number is 877. Oh, dollar. Let's do that good old dollar index. Dollar out here. So what the dollar did out here today, she's at lows, 29,000 contracts. She's going to need a lot more than that to break those bottoms out. The bottoms out there had 31,000 contracts. So she's at the lowest swing point. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We'll come right back.